Well, I know what you're saying. This is, how do you define struggling pitchers? Well, you know, because they don't have some big resume or you know, past, you know, all-star teams, and they got this name recognition and what have you. I mean, who knows? That person next year may be that guy. I mean, if we're just based on here comes a guy with a 4-something ERA compared to a guy that's leading the American League in pitching. I get it. I know. I know exactly what, you know, we don't kid about it. We spend just as much time on those guys. It's not like someone's ambushing us with somebody we don't know. If, you know, almost sometimes I think we have almost too much information sometimes, and you try to condense it. I know in our advanced meetings, they could last an hour. We try to take it down to 10 to 15 minutes tops because there's just so much information you can retain, and it's up to us as the coaches to know that. And so yeah, it's I've noticed it too, like we all have, but you know, you can't rob from Peter to pay Paul. It's like, you know, what do? We tried it, but it's definitely something you see now and then. But you know, I'm very careful about saying, are we trying to say that Gibson isn't a good pitcher, or this guy's not a good pitcher? They're major league pitchers. You know, they're, what is there, 12 times 30? How much is that? 120? No. 360? There's 360 pitchers in the big leagues? Really? No wonder we draft so many of them.
Darren McDay's been your mainstay in the bullpen. One pitcher's been there the whole time. How much of an influence is he on the other relief pitchers?
You know what is one of the biggest influences? One of those, I won't say rare, but you know, it's very hard to do what he does. But when he does have a day where things aren't perfect, it's how they watch him. You know, I think it's the professionalism. I think it's the accountability. I'm not saying he walks around like I'm the peacock of the bullpen, so to speak, but he takes great pride in the way those guys present themselves, carry themselves. You know, you watch, it's a unit. You know, people don't get what a unit bullpens are, and how, when you put them together, there has to be pieces that fit, and you can't just grab the best 7 arms. That's not how it works. There has to be, you know, Dominic talks about it all the time, that there has to be a unit. So when you break up a piece of that unit that does a certain job, then the adjustments, you better have someone like Darren and Dom that can make it work. You know, and embrace the people, whether it's a Rule 5 guy in Jason Garcia, or it's Chaz Rowe coming outside the organization, or Michael Givens who comes up from the minor leagues. You know, that it's comforting for me to know that those guys are going to, you know, people like Darren are going to make their path easier.